When my son Michael leased his first car, of course he took the old man along for some of his automotive expertise, or maybe he just needed somebody to buy lunch. Either way, I could think of no better salesperson to help him than my buddy Mark, with whom I started in the car business back when fax machines were cool. When we visited the dealership, I mostly stayed out of the way as Mark asked Michael some good questions. He took him on a test drive and showed him a couple of different models that they had in stock. Michael chose his favorite. They came back inside, and I waited for Mark's infamous, "Let's wrap this up" close. Instead, he placed a quote sheet on his desk with a couple of different payment options and said something that blew me away. Stick around, and I'll let you in on his secret. I'm Jon Quade, the 5-Minute Coach. My buddy Mark had done a great job with my son Michael and landed him on a car he really liked. He crafted a few payment options. One was a lease and one was a purchase, with money down and without. So what was the surprising closing statement Mark used after giving us the numbers? Well, here it is. Buckle up. "I'll be right back." Okay, to be fair, it was more like, "Take a look at the payments and I'll be back in a couple of minutes." But the point is, Mark said it and left. I've participated in thousands of automotive sales transactions, and at the point of sale, it's not unusual to hear things like, "Just sign it right here," or "Should I have them clean it up for you?" Or "If I gave you another $500 for your trade, could we get your okay?" I don't remember ever just walking away from a customer at such a critical time like Mark did. And you know what? It worked beautifully. I smiled to myself as Michael looked at the quote sheet after Mark left. He said, "This one looks pretty good, and I don't need any money down." I said, "Well, just taxes and registration fees." Then he gave the exact buying signal a 22-year-old would give. Cool. By the time Mark returned, the only thing that needed to be ironed out was the delivery time. While Michael was handling the details with the finance manager, I had to ask Mark about his new closing technique. He said, "It's really a no-brainer." He said, "Some people still want to negotiate, but the vast majority choose the payment that works best for them, if they're ready to buy. And I sure don't miss all the back and forth," he said, "we used to get. It's actually fun to sell cars again." Just to throw out a few disclaimers, first, understand that Mark is a real pro. He's enthusiastic, knowledgeable, and helpful, and has a very large customer base that won't do business with anyone else. Second, he sells a line of quality vehicles that are traditionally in high demand. If he were selling something less attractive, the transactions might not be as open and shut as his tend to be. And finally, Mark works at a dealer group that takes customer satisfaction and loyalty very seriously. If something's not right, they make it right. Oh, and one more thing. Like Mark's dealership, I've long had a rule that every new customer, bar none, gets a lease payment and a purchase payment when they're ready to see numbers. If you're a dealer or manager and want help structuring and presenting payments this way, yes, even if you have a cash buyer, give me a call or drop me an email. We'll customize a process for your organization. All that said, the no-close really comes down to doing the detail work up front. Asking the right questions, building rapport, and focusing on the client. Essentially committing the customer before ever presenting prices or payments like Mark did. Once that happens, the customer's agreement becomes little more than a foregone conclusion. So that's it for this episode of the 5-Minute Coach. I'm Jon Quade.